Hi Gemini, welcome to Lit Intuition Tarot. My name is Kay, and today I'm doing your weekly love reading. As you'll see in the description box below where my schedule is listed, I do a weekly love reading for each sign. I also do a general weekly reading. The formats and spreads will vary from week to week. Please keep that in mind. So if you find this isn't really your type of reading, I'd greatly appreciate if you'd check back some other week. If it does resonate with you, all the likes and subscriptions, shares, all that's greatly appreciated as well, since this is a very new channel and I'm hoping for some growth. Sorry, this deck's a little bit awkward, but just a few shuffles left to go. I'd also like to point out, while I'm doing so, that in the description box below there's also a list of the decks that I use, instructions for how to donate to the channel if you're so inclined, and a link to my website where you can book a personal reading with me, either via Zoom meeting or pre-recorded, or order a personalized avatar birth chart. I also have my full mission statement there, which does apply to this reading somewhat, and I try to focus my my love readings more on self. Like this one kind of addresses things that may have been roadblocks in our future, roadblocks in our past connections, so that we can improve, for the future. Now, I'd like to say that if you're in any kind of abusive relationship, this isn't talking about you needing to change. This isn't even really saying you need to change at all. It's just a way to look at ourselves, to see how we can show up best in our connections. And while this generally tends to apply to romantic love, it doesn't have to. Take it as it resonates. It can also be about friendships, family connections, or even business connections if they are significant in your life. So we're going to go ahead and get the cards here, and I'm going to lay them out and then kind of tell you what I'm seeing. First out, we have the Justice card, Major Arcana for Libra. Okay. Next out, we have the Nine of Swords. That's your energy, Gemini. Okay. Spirit, please show me Gemini in love this week. This deck is being sort of difficult for me tonight. Gemini, I hope you guys are all doing well. I've mentioned before in your readings I have a Gemini moon and Mars, and so out of all the air signs, you guys are the ones that I kind of connect with the best. So I'm going to pick up these ones that fell on the table and on the floor that I'm not going to take. We did have one flip over on the deck, which I'll show you in just a second here. Okay. Did I have any more that went under the couch? No, I did not. Okay. Sorry about the interruption there, Gemini. But we do have the Queen of Coins showing up. I see that as Capricorn energy. Can also be Taurus or Virgo. Okay. Get these all upright back in my deck. Okay. Just a few more cards here. Spirit, please show me Gemini in love this week. Next card to flip over, we have the Six of Coins, Taurus energy. Gemini in love this week. Gemini in love. Okay. Okay. I'm sorry, I giggle because it's better than getting frustrated. I don't know why the cards are going all crazy tonight, but that's okay because we did get one flip over again in the deck. It's the Tower, Major Arcana for Aries, Scorpio energy. Just getting two more here for you. I love this deck. It's the Tattoo Tarot. We have the King of Cups. Excuse me. And one more for Gemini in love this week, Spirit. Okay. And we've got the Knight of Wands coming out last. Leo, Sagittarius, and sometimes Aries energy. Okay. So, Gemini, you want peace and harmony in your connections at this point. That may seem like a no-brainer, but some people do thrive on chaos or drama. We'll just call it comma. No, sorry. Okay. So, the Justice card it also represents like a kind of happiness to me, because when things are balanced, when they're fair, it's a lot easier to be content with your situation, of course. So even though it's not like the Sun card, it's kind of like, you're aiming for, it's a major arcana, and like I said, so justice, fairness, balance, harmony, happiness, okay? That's what you want. And you may have had other connections in the past that were, excitement all over the place, or butterflies, but that's not what your focus is now. Now I'm looking at the Nine of Swords here with the Queen of Coins. It looks like in some of your connections leading up to this point, you may have had some anxiety over feeling like you didn't equal up to be what your partner wanted in the connection. They might have wanted you to, and this is not saying, I don't see anything in these cards saying that this person deliberately went out of their way to try to make you feel lesser than. But you did have a lot of anxiety, maybe even, sleepless nights or bad dreams from your subconscious, kind of just making you feel like this person didn't see you as being enough. So where you and your partner may have not met eye to eye leading up to this point, they may have expected you to be like a very stable, mature, grounded, nurturing kind of energy, making your own bag, self-sufficient, that kind of thing. And so the tension comes in when, if those things aren't your focus, perhaps, you're a little bit more playful or lighthearted, or, you're looking for more like fun, or, in this case, even just balance and harmony, but your partner's looking for like a more like a trophy wife type of energy. That could have caused you some problems. What hasn't been confronted, so we have the Six of Coins coming out here. We've already spoken about balance and fairness with the Justice card. There has been an inequality, and it might have been hard for you to speak up before Gemini in the past, because some needs were being met in some areas, but there were others that you felt like there was not equal give and take. You may have been more the giver in this connection. It's possible, of course, it could be reversed. You could have felt like you were being too selfish before in the past as well. And the Queen of Coins, even though Pentacles, are coins, it is the earth suit, the money suit, that type of thing. This person might have expected you just to pull more of the weight in the connection. This might have been the kind of person that said, oh hey, let me be a stay-at-home dad or mom. Gender doesn't matter here, but while there's nothing wrong with that, and it's a very honorable and admirable position to be in life, if both partners are in agreement that that's the path they want to take, that may be someone's excuse also for just being a deadbeat, wanting you to do all the work, that kind of energy. Now I'm seeing this tower here on the bottom row as representing, it's like what you need to let go of. So the tower is, and with that Nine of Swords coming in, showing a lot of anxiety about maybe not being able to deliver for these people or be what they wanted. It's like you were catastrophizing things. It's a form of black or white thinking. So if it seemed like something maybe wasn't going right, or this person didn't, wasn't treating you the way that they should have been, the way that you deserve, they were making you feel less than, whatever. It's like you were always kind of waiting for the other shoe to drop. Like, okay, so now I messed up again for this person. Is this person going to dump me? Is this going to tear down the foundation of our relationship? Am I good enough? What did I do wrong? That kind of thing. Spirit is saying to, embrace your self-confidence, Gemini, your self-worth. Be willing to look at things truly fairly. Not fair in the sense of, well, maybe I'm mistreated sometimes. Maybe I'm not getting what I need. But, I love this person. I'm willing to make sacrifices. I mean, that can be good to some degree, but it has to work both ways. So instead of thinking, well, and if I don't do good enough, I'm going to get dropped. I'm going to be abandoned. Things are all going to go to hell. It's like, you don't need to shoulder all that weight. This other person may be breadcrumbing you. We already kind of addressed that. So instead of, obviously, and this is about self, this spread. So let go of the catastrophizing of thinking that, everything's your fault, or that your partner's going to see it that way and it's going to lead to something horrible. Because even if it does end with a tower, that's the divine stepping in and saying, you really didn't have a very solid foundation in the first place. So let go of that fear. What your heart is really trying to tell you, though, Gemini, with the King of Cups, sometimes Geminis are seen as kind of flighty or fickle or just, more mental than emotional. And while that can be true in some cases, everything can be a strength or a weakness. You have this King of Cups for what your heart's telling you, that you want to explore the depths of emotion. But the King of Cups, he masters his emotions as well. So, your heart is telling you the kind of love you need. It needs to have a deep emotional basis, and it needs to be something where, your emotions aren't going out of control. You're not full of anxiety. You're not constantly waiting for the other shoe to drop. You're able to love and feel secure in that love and share that love, but in an appropriate way. The Knight of Wands. I like that energy here to end this reading. It's like the part of you that you need to heal. So, the Knight of Wands it can be seen as an adventurous energy. They often bring messages, but they can be playful and passionate, and yes, they can be inconsistent because everybody always talks about being the player card, kind of in and out energy. But the part of you that you needs to heal is that, you might have really had that component to you, Gemini, as part of your makeup at one point. Just kind of wanting to play and wanting to sort of see what your options are and explore life. And then you could have gotten dragged into some of these connections, like I said, where, well, there's a huge difference between the Knight of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles, that this person might have expected you to be. And, back to the balance issue. You don't want to be all Knight of Wands all the time. You don't want to be all Queen of Coins all the time. Heal that part of you that may have gotten partially destroyed or damaged or wounded by these people expecting maybe a level of maturity from you or commitment from you or giving from you that was not fair or that you may not have been ready for. Heal that part of you that wants to go out and play and that gets excited by new things and by expanding your boundaries. I think that's pretty much all that I have for this reading for you, Gemini. It's just kind of touching the surface. Like I said, I'm exploring with different ideas for what to do for the weekly readings. I want to kind of keep it fresh. Some of them are kind of duds. Some of them are great. So just take what it resonates and like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell. Thank you for your time and attention, and I'll see you guys again soon. Have a great rest of your day, Gemini.